I'm going to open this document by dragging the image onto Photoshop, and it's going to launch. Do View, Fit on Screen. Now, in addition to cropping to get rid of the excess around here, we also are going to have to do a little straightening out. And so the first thing we're going to do is get some guides so that we don't have to eyeball straightening this. You need to have rulers visible. To get that, View, Rulers, and if yours isn't checked already, you'll hit that and it'll make the rulers appear. We're going to use the Move tool in our toolbar. I'm going to click right into the ruler and drag down and let go right at I'm looking at the edge of the artwork here. That really shows me what is out of alignment. I'll click in this ruler and drag down and hit the start of the artwork. Again, it shows me some things that are out of line. Back to this ruler, click and drag. I'll use the bottom corner and the same corner here. Actually, I'm going to use the lower corner. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to do a Select All, which gets me my dancing ants on the entire document. I go over to Edit, Transform, and Rotate. I see these little handlebars show up. If I hover near them, I get my cursor turning into this little turning wheel, and I can click and drag and start hand turning. So what I'm seeing is that the top and the right side and almost the bottom are looking pretty parallel with my guides, and then the left side has some things that are a bit warped. So I just want to get as much parallel as possible. I will let go, and I will commit to that by hitting my return key. Well, I still have everything selected with the dancing ants. I'm going to go back to Edit, Transform, and in this case I'm going to do a warp, because what I have is a side that starts out being parallel but then gets out of sort of turns and bends. With the warp, I have these little mesh pieces, these little ends that I can pull. This one's a little out of sight, but I can pull this corner, and it's not pulling on anything except sort of that part of, it's almost like pulling on one end of the blanket, and it's pulling some of those wrinkles out. It still has a little dip here, so I'm going to use a little bit of this, but I want to make sure that I'm not creating some new bend or distorting the rest of it. So it's a very subtle move. Again, when I'm happy with it, I hit return and commit. Last step here is going to be to crop it. I don't need this selection anymore, so I'm going to say select, deselect, so my dancing ants go away. I'm going to go to the crop tool, and I'm going to pull in the sides so that I have an even white border. And in this case, I am trusting my eye, though I could use those rulers. Again, when you're happy with what you have, you hit return and commit, and it's cropped. Last thing, I need to rotate it. It's back to the transform. Edit, actually, wrong tool. Back to my Move tool. I'm going to do Image, Image Rotation, 90 degrees counterclockwise. And View Fit on Screen. And there it is. I'll save.